Yo, hello all. Happy Monday. It is time for some more Trails of Cold Steel 2, isn't it? So, last time we got Sarah, we got Eustace, we're back home, the gang's all together, and we have a free day ahead of us. Oh, the tile screen changed. Hang on, I gotta show it actually. Let me actually show it. Alright, there's light, and then there's that. So now we have, what, Eustace talking with Gaius, Milliam and Fee making a snowman, Claire checking them out, everyone else enjoying the nice hot spring, the foot bath. The gang's all here! So we have a busy day ahead of us, actually. So, because we have 7 bonding points to spend today, which is so many, and I'm pretty sure we could do like pretty much anyone we want to. Yeah, like the whole world is our oyster here. Oh, they made the snowman again. Heck yeah. Alright, so one thing that I like to do upon starting, like to just do an exchange. I have nothing? Well, shit. Alright, so let's see, we have Elisa, Fee, Laura, Sharon, Milliam, Claire, Emma, Elliot, Eustace, and Sarah, and Gaius. So I think one thing for sure is we're gonna always start with our best girl, Elisa. Oh, and Fee's just out here with the dog. What are you doing in here, Elisa? Your mother told me that I could find some tools in here, so here I am. I need them for the work I'm going to be doing on the orbital bike. Wait, you know how the bike works well enough to do that? Well, an engine's an engine, right? I should be able to tinker with it. After all, Angelica's done for us. I at least want to make sure she gets her precious bike back in top condition. Might be nice if I gave her a hand. Need a hand there? Sounds like a 2-person job to me. And I'd feel bad making you do all the work while Angelica left it in my care. I'd figure you say that. It'll probably go more smoothly with an extra pair of hands, so sure. Alright, that's everything around the orbital engine taken care of. It could probably do with being taken for a test ride at some point, though. Oh, I should oil the moving parts, too. Man, you really are amazing. I knew you were good with orbital technology and all, but I didn't expect to be able to perform maintenance this well. Oh, this is just a stopgap, really. I had a few chances to look at it back at the academy too, so I have a vague idea of what needs doing, but that's all. Doesn't make you any less amazing in my eyes. When in Nord, you worked out what was wrong with that truck and even knew the model of the motor we found. At first, I thought it was just because you're part of the Reinford family, but I feel like that's underselling you now. You must have studied like crazy to know so much. Well, I did spend a lot of time studying orbital technology even before enrolling at the academy. I used my family name however I could in order to visit RF factories and attend lectures at the Institute of Technology. I'm more than confident I made most of every chance I had to study and broaden my knowledge of the field. I have a feeling I know why you did all that too. So we back in the free day vibe? Yeah, we relaxing today, especially on a Monday too. Just gotta take it chill. Oh wait, hang on now. This is the whole thing I was telling. So we back in the free day vibe, got our bonding point swinging from side to side, side to side. Yeah! Well, I can't deny it. Not to be a dead horse, but it felt like mother just stopped caring about us after my father passed away. I mean, she'd stolen the company from grandfather and everything. How could you do that to your own father? Suppose you could say all that studying was my way of trying to show her up at something. A little, at least. I see. So were you able to? Not in the slightest. Now that she's missing, this isn't the time to be thinking about my next act of rebellion either. You know what? That's fine by me. I've made up my mind to focus on the future rather than the past for now. I've got to keep that promise I've made to her in Ruhr, after all. I'll be running the company before she knows it. I think she'd prefer it that way, honestly. Head pets. Huh? Look at you. You were so engrossed in the bike you'd even notice all the snow building up on your head. Still, I think you found the right way to approach things. I'll have to pick up a few pointers from you. Can't let myself get too wrapped up in the past either. And that way we'll both be able to find the best paths for each of us to take. I certainly hope so. Come on, don't cry. Here, this'll cheer you up. They did meet when they were children. Is that a bunny made out of snow? Look, you've got loads of snow on your head too. Don't worry, you can follow me back to Ymir. So stay close, okay? Okay. Are you kidding me? What's wrong? I can't believe I forgot. Remember how I talked about coming here with my family as a kid? I ended up getting lost on the mountain. But just when I started to think I'd be lost forever, a boy appeared out of nowhere. And he led me all the way back to Ymir. That boy was you! I'm sure of it. That does ring a bell, actually. The year after that was when the whole thing with my power happened. So I kinda pushed everything else to the back of my mind. Weird. We really did meet when we were kids. Falcon Rider's trying to push the harem while making Rean and Elisa share every romantic couple trope in fiction. Yep. I was only joking about it before, but yeah, we really did. I'd forgotten all about it too. Probably because it was a scary memory for me. I don't blame you. Still, you don't get coincidences like this every day. I'd be embarrassed to try and attribute it to something like fate, though. Yeah, you're right. Maybe if we'd realized sooner, sure. But it makes you happy to know it was you all along. Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. It's nothing. Nothing at all. Anyway, let's finish up with the bike, shall we? Yeah, sure. I don't know, I think for me, honestly, it makes the harem thing feel less, like, harem-y. Because it's like, I mean, you know, Rean and Elisa are gonna be, like, they're the canon ship, so it's like, the harem thing really is just secondary at that point. Like, it doesn't bug me because of that. I think it's kind of weird, though, that they ended up meeting as children, but at least it's not like they were a whole childhood friend thing. It was just kind of like the one-time thing. Yeah, because the writers just don't commit. I mean, it could be worse. Rean could actually go full on out with the whole harem thing and become a harem king like every harem show ever, and that'd be pretty annoying, wouldn't it? So I think in that regard, the way they kinda do it so far is pretty good. Hey, what's up, Mom? Oh my god, hang on. I'm gonna do one real quick thing.
Right.
I mean, what was that? Sorry about that. I had to turn on the AC because holy frick, it was hot in my apartment. It's like trying to eat your cake and eating it too, but you don't actually eat your own cake because you don't have it in the first place. Huh? Yeah, totally. Alright, so the next one... Let's do... Sorry, don't worry about it. Let's do Fee next, because I had already started her. The dog's name is Bordeaux, right? He's cute. Yeah, Dad raised him to be a hunting dog, believe it or not. He's a sweetie, though. Looks like a smart one to me. Petting him is pretty relaxing, too. I'll stay with him for a bit while I think about what we should do. Come to think of it, it's just about feeding time. Want to help me feed him? Sure, I'd like that. Be right back, I've got to go get his food. How's that taste? Good? Hey, Takada. Look, he's wagging his tail. Sorry for not being able to spare much time for you and Arthur, Bordeaux. He says it's okay. Smart doggy. Can you understand what dogs are saying or something? No, I'm just guessing based on how he acts and barks. Back in the Corps, I used to look after the military monsters a lot. Really? That sounds like an awfully dangerous job for you to be doing. Well, I did get bitten sometimes at first, but after one of the other caretakers showed me what to do, they stopped. The way you talk about your time there, it's hard to believe the Jaeger Corps you were in was one of the strongest. Is Zephyr unusual by Jaeger standards? I guess. The boss was pretty easygoing, but it was always hard to tell what he was thinking. You remember what I told you at Matter Park, right? How they taught me survival skills and all that? Zeno and Leo taught me how to set traps in the art of close quarters combat. I can't imagine what that must have been like, living that kind of life day to day. But it's easier to see how you came to think of them as family. Yeah, we were family. Until they all left me behind after the boss died. I just want to know why. Why they all had to leave me behind. Now that I might have a chance to, I don't want to let it pass me by. Even if it won't be easy getting it out of them. Still... I think even I understood what he was saying this time. Try not to overthink it. Something along those lines. There's no reason you need to try and find out alone. Now you got all of us with you. If that's what you want to know, well, I'll make it work out. You will? You're right. How could things not work out when I've got you guys? Oh yeah. 5 more points. Oh god. What should I do? Who should I do? Laura has 2. I guess we could catch up on Laura if we wanted to. We have Claire, which we're probably not going to do. Gaius, we're not going to do. Elliot, and Emma has 2. Eustace has 2. Laura has 2. Milliam has 1 we're not going to do. Sarah has 2. And Sharon has 1. Okay, I have a good idea of what I want to do. Even the air here feels clean. It's not hard to see why Yun Kai-Fei was so fond of this village. I hope I'll get a chance to bring Father and Klaus here one day. We'd be happy to have them, and don't worry, I'm sure you'll have plenty of chances once the war's over. I hope so. I suppose that's another reason for us to hasten its conclusion. But I'm still at a loss as to how, though. What should we do, I wonder? She's definitely racking her brain over this. Maybe a break would do her good. Why don't we go somewhere and take a break? It's good to take a breather sometimes when you're stuck in a difficult problem. That sounds reasonable. In that case, I'd like to ask you a favor. Would you escort me to your room? Whoa! Laura's being really forward. So this is your bedroom. The decor has something of an Eastern feel to it, fitting for a former student in Yun Kai-Fei's. Is there anything here that's particularly representative of the 8 Leaf School? I should have known. You caught me off guard when you asked me to see my room, but it figures that's what you were interested in. Huh? Why would you be surprised? Oh, it's nothing. As for your question, I don't have all that much, I'm afraid. Wait, actually, I have some tea leaves Master Kaifei gave to Dad a while back, I think. How about it? You up for having some green tea? Really? I'd like that very much. Look at that size of that teacup. This is quite a refined taste indeed. Green got blue ball hard. Typical Laura. This is my first time tasting green tea. Monica's let me sample the tea served at her class's tea house during the festival. But this seems to have more depth to its flavor and fragrance. Is there a fire alarm going off? Hang on. We're good! We're good. So there is a fire alarm going off, but it's for the apartment that's like about like 2 floors beneath me. So I think we're good. Probably. I don't know. My personal apartment one isn't going off, so we're gonna keep that as in the back of our head. I was like, wait a minute, hang on. I hear a loud beeping. And then I walked outside into the main hall of my apartment, and I walked closer to the door, and I'm like, I can't hear it. I'm like, wait, hang on. So I went out to my balcony. I saw someone airing out their apartment, and I'm like, that'd do it. It ain't cooking unless someone set something on fire. For a moment, I thought your apartment wasn't able to withstand the heat of this bonding event. Yeah, that's why I turned the AC on, because it's gonna get spicy today. I swear to actual God, though, like, I don't even know what I would do, like, if the actual fire alarm for the building went off. Like, I don't even know. Like, I mean, obviously I'd, like, leave. But in terms of the stream and stuff like that, like, what do you even do in that situation? I don't know. Let's hope it never happens. Anywho, so temperature-related diversions aside, because that was our second one today, let's get back to this steamy situation between our favorite couple. Second favorite couple. Master Kaifei is a huge fan of this kind, apparently. He brought it back from the East himself. He's always bringing gifts whenever he comes to visit, so he's popular among the locals. Everyone here likes him. Really now? I've yet the opportunity to meet him in person. But I can easily see why he and Father get along so well. Would you happen to know where he is now? Nope, afraid not. That letter I received from him during our vacation here didn't specify. He's always been something of a vagrant. He wanders the continent throughout the year, stopping off wherever he pleases. So while I couldn't tell you where he is, I'm sure he's just fine. I imagine so. If rumors be believed, he's as proficient with the blade as Father, if not more so. Are you worried about your dad? I am, and I try to avoid admitting it publicly, but it's a fact. His skill is immense as ever, but given the various new weapons that have come into play during this war, along with other powerful warriors such as General Aurelia and that knight from Ouroboros, yeah, I can't blame you for being a little concerned under the circumstances. Still, all we can do in the meantime is keep going and do what we're able. So as long as we keep that up, I'm sure we'll be reunited with them in due time. Maybe. No, you're right. In a sense, this is but another trial we must overcome to reach greater heights. Yeah, and I know we can overcome it so long as we're together. Oh yeah. Anger. They fixed Laura's hair. Let's see. Come on. They kinda did. Yeah, they kinda did. Yeah, more or less. The tea was delicious. Thank you for allowing me to join you. Incidentally, Tolo mentioned they used to train somewhere deeper in the mountains. Is that true? Yeah, in the Isengard range. Wait, don't tell me you're planning on going up there on your own. Well, after that break, I feel like doing something more active. A walk in the crisp, snowy mountains should clear my mind just perfectly. I wouldn't mind a mountain walk. If you're really that interested, I could show you the way there. Would you? I'd be very grateful. Then we should set out at once. Together, Reen and Laura climbed the Ymir mountain path, their destination being the canyon above. Soon enough, they had arrived at the area where Reen once trained at a Master Cafe. The big old mountain. Phew, I was expecting the climb to be quite so lengthy. Or that far, really. You've conducted your training a remarkable distance from Ymir for one so young. Yeah, we spent about a month living up here away from civilization. We trained almost every day, but even if when I wasn't training, he was teaching me how to live side by side with nature. We had to catch our own food, secure a place to sleep every night. Sometimes we'd even challenge monsters as practice. Oh my, that does sound rather harsh. You were just a boy at the time of your training, yes? I can't fault it, however. The Arcade School does have similar practices. Even when I was a child, I would often join the students in training in the mountains. I'm not surprised to hear that the Arcade School's training is right up there with the 8 Leaves. I made it through in one piece, but I was completely exhausted by the end. Elise was really worried about me. She wouldn't stop crying when I finally come back home. That's not hard to picture. After taking a look at the scenery, there's no doubt in my mind that training here would be a valuable exercise. Yeah, it certainly was. Standing up here being surrounded by nature serves as a reminder of just how small and insignificant we are. I suppose you could say the same about our swords in this war. Sorry, Laura, I'm not following. No matter how much its wielder trains, realistically, a mere swordsman stands no chance against a force of tanks or soldats. That being the case, what significance do swords even have in this war? I've been pondering this a lot lately, and I still haven't reached an answer. That's a good question. And yet, when I look around at the vast mountains surrounding us, I feel like I've been liberated from those worries. It wasn't just because she was a skilled warrior that the Lance Maiden was able to end the war over time. That played a role, certainly, but she must have possessed numerous other qualities that contributed. Yeah, that's true. And in the same way, I'm sure there's a role that swords can play in ending this war too, even if they can't do it alone. My thoughts exactly. We simply have to find it as a class, and as a class I know we will. After talking for a while, they enjoyed a short mock battle against one another before returning to Ymir. That's a good point, actually. You know, as these things get more technologically advanced, like swords really don't have that much of a purpose in the war, in war efforts and such. So, but you know, for what it's worth, in battle though, Laura does go pretty far in terms of what she can and can't do. All right. Next up, we got Claire and Milliam over there. Wait, Sarah's not in the tavern? That's a surprise. That's because she's probably over here. Never mind. Well, seeing as Toval and Miles are safe, I'm guessing all the bracers here in Arabonia are probably okay. Wish I could say the same for our colleagues over in Crossbell, though. I can't even get in touch with Wenzel. A friend of yours? We go way back. We go back a ways, yeah. He used to be registered as a bracer here, but eventually packed up and moved to Crossbell. Anyway, leave worrying about the guild to us. You've got enough on your plates as it is. Just focus on what move you guys are going to make next. If you feel like you need a break, I'd be happy to join you, though. Maybe I should take her up on that. That's nice, actually. Would you mind hanging out for a while? Striking while the iron's hot, I see. Alright, I could use the company. I was actually thinking of heading to the tavern for a drink or two. See? That's fine with me, but I'll stick with living the dry life. Figure you'd say that. Come on, then. How did I know? No sooner had they arrived at the tavern did Sarah ask Gerald for alcohol recommendations. And after she offered to pay, Reen settled on a ginger ale. This is the good stuff. It's got a very mellow taste, but it's sweet and refreshing too. I had no idea you could make something so good out of rice of all things. Oh, she's just drinking sake? It's a kind of alcohol from the east that Master Kai Fei brought here, I believe. Gerald said it's called Junmaishu. I think it's just a form of sake, isn't it? Or Kimikuchikaze, which is, you know, fermented rice liquor. At least that's what your name said, but I could be wrong. He sounds like a man I'd love to drink the night away with. He's always been a bit of a heavy drinker, so I'm pretty sure he'd take you up on that if you asked. But you might want to cut down on the booze. With things so shaky now, you never know when you'll need to take action. I know. I'm not planning on getting myself blasted when you've got the discussion later on, so don't freak out. I think I've earned a bit of alcoholic relaxation time, personally. After all, I went cold turkey while I was in hiding. It was torture. Would you deny your poor instructor some sweet, sweet relief? Sure, relief. Let's call it that. What have you been doing all this time anyway? We didn't hear so much as a rumor about you. Oh, I was just laying low, gathering what information I could through connections from my guild years. Information about what was going on elsewhere in the country, the capital in particular, that kind of stuff. In the capital? Did you manage to find anything out? No more than you did yourselves, sad to say. The Double Alliance is doing a great job of keeping information from leaking out of the city. After that, I decided to sneak into the Kreutz province to follow the Alliance's movements from there. And that's when I ended up getting in contact with Eustace. I see. It's pretty impressive you were able to do so much all on your own. Well, working alone and gathering information are two things I had to get used to during my guild years. So it was nothing new for me. If anything, I'm more impressed with everything you've managed to do. I was glad to see everyone here was okay after that Jaeger attack too. Sounds like it was a high-ranking corps. Yeah, the Northern Jaegers, under orders from Duke Albareo. Fortunately, there were no fatalities, even if the experience was pretty traumatic for everyone. Dad's woken up now too, so there's been no real long-term damage there. We had the goddess's blessing in that respect. I'm sorry I couldn't be there to help you when you needed it most, Reen. You don't need to apologize. You couldn't possibly have known what was going to happen. Is something wrong? You look distracted all of a sudden. No, it's nothing. I was just thinking about what a relief it is that your dad's okay. You always seem like such a pleasant man, especially for a noble. Handsome, too. I don't like where this is going. Oh, relax, I'm just kidding. Anyway, all that aside, you made it this far, you can make it the rest of the way too. Just keep your eyes on the future, and that starts by deciding what to do next. You're right, we'll all be counting on your support. This stuff is awesome! Can you at least let me finish before you wind up passed out on the floor? After finishing her drink, Reen led an ever so tipsy Instructor Sarah back to the Phoenix Wings. Yeah, we're gonna do Sarah again. All those drinks got me feeling kind of sleepy. I can't afford to doze off during our discussion later. Maybe we should go out and get some air. A little exercise always sobers me up faster for some reason. How about it? Want to join me? What should I do? Alright, then I'm up for it. You are? Attaboy, Reen. Actually, since we got plenty of morning left further away, I've got an idea. What do you say to a little one-on-one training? Sounds good to me. Just maybe don't rough me up too much. Well, let's take this somewhere a bit less populated then, shall we? Sharon's first bonding event involved a fight. Like, Sarah's first bonding event involved a fight. You've definitely gotten stronger while I've been away. I see that you're getting that knight of yours hasn't caused you to start slacking on your training. I'm still no match for you, though. She's holding back, but only just. I think if I really try, I might just be able to beat her. She clearly wants me to do it. If that's what she wants, then I'll show her just how much I've improved. You're all fired up now, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Let's pick things up right where we left off. Right. Come on, that's all you got? I hope it isn't because you're not going to be able to rescue your sister or the princess if that... I hope it isn't because you're not going to be able to rescue your sister or the princess if that's the best you can do. Ugh. You remember when I said you were the center of Class 7? Well, I still feel that way even now. And I won't rest easy until I know that Center's capable of beating me on his own at least once. Ah! He's... Shah! I'm so sorry. Are you alright, Reen? Yeah, I'm fine. Just... I should have known I was no match for you. Ooh. No, that was your victory, not mine. What do you mean? I knew that last attack of yours was going to be far more powerful than I thought you were capable of. So I was forced to stop holding back in order to block it. That's a victory in my book. Clearly all that stuff you've been doing has been great for your training. I'd really like to think so. I'd chalk that one up to luck personally. I wasn't even thinking. It was more like my body acted on its own. I'm gonna need a lot more practice before I can pull off feats like that at will. If you understand that, then I need say no more. But don't worry. I'm sure that if you train enough, you'll be able to do it. Have faith in yourself, yeah? You've got both the potential and the mindset to achieve great things. I'll try. Now exhausted, the two of them went back to the village. I don't even want to think about how badly that last attack could have hurt him. I feel like this war's causing the old need to resurface. Aww. The main reason why I do Sarah is for 3 reasons. 1, she's an awesome fucking character. 2, because, you know, she still is our teacher, so she gives tips like that I just absolutely appreciate. And 3 is because of stuff like that, where you get to learn a little bit more about Sarah's backstory, because it's, like, you know, you really don't get to hear a whole lot about it. Before I do the last bonding event, I want to go... Doesn't matter who I take. I gotta go say hi to Annabelle. Is that a new enemy?
Watch out, guys.
My turn.
That is.
Second form. Gale!
Right.
Okay. Analyzing enemy attack patterns. Analysis complete.
My turn. Blade of light. Come now's our chance.
I'll back you up.
Fall. Masterfully done, Ellie.
Always happy to be your backing track.
What did he say?
I've only
Done.
Sweep 2. No special name, just called Sweep 2. The frick?
Watch out,
Well,
guys.
you're a new enemy too.
My turn. Second form. Gale!
Always happy with your backing track.
Gotcha. Right. Now.
Got you.
Because he's a music nerd, right? Yeah.
It's my turn. Analyzing enemy attack patterns. I've got it.
leave this to me. Ah! Now's our chance.
I'll back you up.
Masterfully done, Ellie.
Always happy to be your backing track.
Ah, I heard it better that time, yeah. Annabelle! Don't tell me you got eaten by the monkeys. Is she actually? Where is she? probably not all the way up here by Valimar. There's no way.
Who's ahead? We'll have to fight.
Here I go. Burn to ash. Fall!
No problem. You're not getting away. Molten Rain! Now, Lords, come on, Rain!
Right!
It's my turn. Chime in darkness. Nocturne fell.
Did you give us the pleasure of hearing Elisa and Machias's end battle exchange today? Yeah. Did I bring Machias? I can go get him.
My turn. Okay, it's safe for now.
The frick?
I welcome all challengers.
Here I go. Second form. Gale! Now's our
An
chance.
opening!
I can do this.
Oi.
Okay. Sweet dreams.
Onward! We should keep going.
I've got it.
Detector A. Or Detector A. Fuck me. Alpha. What's the difference? Makes it easier to unbalance them. Strength and ATS down. Oh, yes, very good. Very good. I'm gonna run all the way back just to freaking get Machias. Where the hell did Annabelle go?
Well, shall we begin?
Let's move.
I can do this. Fire! That takes care.
Maybe she's in town? Oh, she could be, yeah. Is there a fishing spot in town? Are you a new enemy? No. I like how enemies run away from you now, though. I appreciate that. Even though I think I have Scent on. Maybe I... Do I have Scent on? I should have Scent on. I was gonna say, I'm not blind, am I? Organize your party. Machias. Is there anyone else I should really be bringing? I kind of want to hear Elisa Sharon too. And then I want to hear... Yeah, that's fair. Alright.
Right.
Right.
Very well.
Let's move.
What in the world's happening here?
Enemy sighted. Let's take them out. Second form. Gale! Now!
Here I come. Right. You're not getting away. Molten Rain!
Oh,
pleasure.
Lisa.
If you would.
All right, let's get this started.
Oh, please.
Right. Locked and loaded. You won't get away. Let's move.
Leave it to me.
You're not gonna live.
Okay, we're burning daylight.
Exactly how it should be.
Oh, nice. Energy shell too. Nice.
Now's our chance. Here I go.
Leave it to me.
I
Bleh.
can do this. Pierce them! Mirage Arrow!
Leave this to me. Take this.
I gotta like somehow plan this so that, you know.
Okay. No problem. Now's our chance. Now, Machias!
Leave it to me. Eat that.
They can't touch us if we're out of range, right?
Exactly. Shotguns and bows over melees with foes.
Oh my god! Oh my god! That was amazing! That was amazing! Oh my god.
Bring it on. Let's move. Second form. Gale. Now's our
That
chance.
was really good.
Okay. Eliminating targets. No problem.
My turn.
I'll handle it.
trying to see if I can get, Slash? Come on.
No problem.
Leave it to me.
Oh, come on.
Let's move. Sit.
Okay, it's safe for now.
Oh, hey, Guavs. That was a really good line. Plus XP for the extra mile. Yeah, dude. That was really good. Alright, we'll get Sharon and Green later. We got some bonding to do. Yeah, I don't see her on screen. I guess Animal's screwed off, I guess. Ah, look at how Fee's just adorably sitting there. Got that crossed leg going. Alright. Final bonding event. We're gonna do it with Sharon, who is at the souvenir store. You doing some shopping, Sharon? That's right, since you'll be gathering for discussion in the Phoenix Wings, I thought I might help out in the kitchen. Also, I could prepare some food for your father, seeing as your mother has other business to attend to. That's awfully generous of you. Thanks. With several Ouroboros members having recently revealed themselves to us, I can't help but assume they're up to something. I'd like you to know, Reem, that no matter what happens, my alliance will always lie with you and your classmates. Please ensure that whatever you decide to do on this afternoon is something that you can do without regret. Sharon. I swear we will. Glad to have your support. Till the end of time. It's great to know she's got her back, but she's still cooking for Dad. Maybe I can help her out with that? Well, even if you're looking out for us, that doesn't mean I can't help you cooking for my dad. Might as well try to pay him back a little bit for all those years of love and devotion, right? I'm sure your father will be overjoyed to hear you say that. As soon as I'm done with shopping, we can head over to the kitchen. Together, Reen and Sharon walked to the mansion. After seeing that Reen's mother was out, they started making a hearty meal for his father. Oh, you're making Ymir-style borscht. A borscht. Good idea. It's got plenty of vegetables and it should be great for warming him up to boot. I couldn't agree more. Of all the protein in the meat I should be using to help should help accelerate his recovery as well. Master Reen, could I trouble you to chop the vegetables? If you would, I'll set about preparing the meat and seasoning the soup. Sure. But look to the right. Imagine if Sharon was not on our side. Times like these where she seems like just like any other maid. It takes me back to watching her cook for us in the dorm. And it's hard to believe she's actually an enforcer of Ouroboros sometimes. Ah! Is something wrong? Heavens, you've sliced your finger. Sorry, I should have been paying more attention. I didn't cut it too deeply though, so it should be fine. Oh no, that won't do at all. Would you hold still a moment? I'll stop the bleeding. Oh! You can't do that! Sharon, what are you? This is so awkward. And unhygienic. There, that should do the trick. Sharon, I'm not sure it's a good idea to start sucking on people's fingers out of the blue like that. Any particular reason? I'll bring you a band-aid, so please wait in the adjacent room. She's messing with me again, isn't she? There we are, all better. Please leave the rest of the work to me. You should give your finger some time to heal. Oh, you're probably right. I'm sorry that I couldn't be of more help. You needn't be sorry, Master Reen. You were made a valuable contribution as it was. It brought back memories of Lady Elisa's younger days too. Whenever she fell and scraped her knee, she would always start crying for me to come and help her. Aw, how sweet. I could picture how embarrassed she'd be if she learned Sharon was telling people this. The reason why Reen is always having trouble in life is because he doesn't count his blessings. Come to think of it, you've been working for the Reinford Company for a while now, haven't you? 7 years, in fact. It was shortly after Mr. Reinford's passing. I cannot begin to thank Madam Chairman Irina for giving me the chance she did. It's only thanks to her kindness that I was able to enjoy a new life under her employ. Does that mean you've never been a maid before she hired you then? What were you before that? Oh. As you no doubt suspect, I lived as an enforcer. The mission given to me by Ouroboros was what first led me to meet her, and she wasted no time in trying to hire me. I served in both capacities concurrently after that. You won't find many executives who would knowingly hire an agent of Ouroboros. She never ceases to amaze, huh? She certainly doesn't. Nonetheless, it was thanks to her that I was able to find a new path of my own. It's too late for me to turn back and change what's already been done, but she was willing to give me a different future. What do you mean? Oh, nothing. I was simply thinking out loud. Regardless of what happened in the past, my love for the Reinford family will never waver. Nor will my devotion to Class 7, Master Reen. I shall continue to do all that I can to serve you. Thank you. I know we can always count on you. And everyone else knows that too. I hope we'll always stay fondly in your thoughts, Sharon. I think it would take a long time for someone to believe that they literally have a maid cooking for them and like literally will do anything for them and is also a member of a secret society. Auto cure, yeah, nice. Do we have a band-aid on our finger? Oh, is it actually there? Nah. Damn. Did you notice okay, well, you didn't notice that. It's okay. It's okay. Alright, we're done with the bonding events. That was cute. As with always, we have a new snowboarding quest. It's her saliva. Oh, shit.
Ha! Ha!
You! No! I missed one! Damn it. I'm gonna get it. Perfect. The camera angle for this is absolutely against you. Oh, dude, look at that grind. Reen's a savage. Grinding on things and everything. Oh, yeah. Grab that. Okay. Good. Good. Where's the trick? Where's the trick? I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the trick. There it is! Got it.
I did it!
Nice work. There was an expert level course too. Well, here's your prize. Go ahead and take it. Passion leggings. Oh, and take this too. It's a new board that's gotten real popular amongst the youngsters. Purple dotted board. Select board and the course menu is now available. The difference between boards is purely cosmetic, so feel free to choose based on personal preference. And I'll be sure to keep the courses well maintained. If you feel like boarding again, just come on by. I certainly will. See you then. Oh yeah, look at that. What's up with you? The guild should probably follow your guys' example and figure out what we're gonna do next, to be honest. Hopefully we'll be able to keep working with you guys. Might be easier now that Sarah showed up again. I'm down if you are. There we go. But yeah, leave the worrying about guild stuff to us. You guys got your own stuff to take care of. If you talk to Gerald, you can start a hidden quest. Hey there, congrats on finally getting all of your classmates back together. I'm glad to see they're all safe too. Not like they ever seemed the kind of people to go down easily. Yeah, you're right. The hard part's still yet to come though. We'd all finally be reunited, but now we need to sit down and decide what it is we need to do to make a difference. Well, good luck with that. By the way, completely unrelated, but am I mind if I ask you a small favor? Favor? It's not often of you to ask favors of me. You see, we got a noble called Annabelle staying here at the moment, but I haven't seen her since she left to go fishing yesterday. Ah! She's been gone for a whole day? That's right. She always seemed to be crazy about her fishing. This is the first time she's been gone this long. It's in the middle of winter too, so I'm a bit worried about her. If you're free, I'd really appreciate if you went to look for her. Yeah, I can help you out there. Our discussion isn't a bit until later. If she went out to fish, I'm guessing she probably went somewhere on the valley behind the village. That's what I figured too. The hard part's finding out how far down the path she's gone. I don't have any leads there either. You just got to comb it from top to bottom. Alright, I'll be sure to bring her back as soon as I can. Alright, well, back up we go. I was trying to jump the gun, apparently. Elisa, Elliot, Laura... B... Sarah. Yeah, I don't really need... What do you even come with? Come with Thor. Recover HP and EP through attacks and crafts. That's pretty darn good. I don't suspect I'll need any more than you guys, but I'll have Sarah as my backup. Yeah, someone else has scent, don't they? I thought. Yes, runaway monkey. I bet if I had someone with scent on, they would probably be attracted to me nonetheless, won't they? Now there she is in the center. Up on this bridge. There you are. Oh my, already tired? Oh yes, you certainly are. Any fish would be after fighting all night long. Got you! Come on, come on, come on! Drat, took my bait and swam off. Again! Why? Why, fish? Is your fishy stomach a bottomless pit of hunger? How'd I know that we'd find her here? How we'd find her? I can't believe she's been fishing all night. Then again, I totally can. Meanwhile, Chrome keeps crashing on my tablet. Excuse me, Annabelle? I think it'd be best to return to Ymir and get some sleep. Considering how tired you clearly are, if you were to fall in the water, I dread to think what would happen. Oh, hogwash. I'm so close to finally catching it. It already tastes his deliciously filleted body. I refuse to go back empty-handed. That's simply unthinkable. Her passion is commendable, but I hardly think letting her continue is wise. She's so focused on fishing, she's not seeing things clearly. Is there nothing we can do? Oh, I know. What if I caught the fish that you're trying in after your place? Would that work for you? Oh, a fishing bow is what you want, is it? I'd be happy to accept. Let's see if you can catch the little devil first, shall we? That's not what I... sure, game on. I hope I can actually catch it. Sounds like a big one. Can I still use her shop? Yeah, girl. Breeze? 300. Breath, Holy Breath, and Rikuria. I feel like that might come in handy, so I'll pick it up. Then I'll pick up one of these. Alright. Can I fish, game? Whatever that is does not look like a fish.
Not what I had in mind.
Yeah, it's huge. Did you catch it? Did you? Did you catch the mighty blue devil? I don't know, but whatever it is, it's gigantic. Come on! How did we catch that with our rod? caught it! You really caught it! This is the elusive blue devil! This is not the time for rejoicing! Stay back, it's a monster! What?
Bring it on.
My turn. All right, let's do this.
Leave it to me. Okay. Analyzing enemy attack patterns. I've got it.
Oh, the detector thing became yellow now.
I can do this. Let's go.
Leave this to me. Shatter! They're off guard!
Got you.
Him.
Yeah!
My turn. Gather on my blade.
Strike!
I can do this. Turn to flames. Burn!
Right.
You have my face. My turn. Blade of light! Come!
Oh, that did not do a lot.
Here I go. Marcus, activate.
Try this.
You have my face.
Right. Turn to flames. Burn! Now! I'm counting on you, Elliot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Here I go.
Right. Sweet dreams.
Huh.
Oh, I should use the heat
Leave this
wave.
to me. Shatter! They're off guard!
Got you.
No problem.
Ah, let's finish it.
Behold the might of the Arcade School! Radiant Wolf!
Right.
Oh, you lived?
Let's go. Him.
Here I go.
Oh.
Okay, it's safe for now. Great!
Anyway, it wasn't easy, but I managed to bring her back. Sounds like things got pretty hairy out there. Allow me to apologize for exposing you all to danger like that. I thought I could handle myself in dangerous places, but my overconfidence may have been on my undoing this time. How do you end up not getting eaten by literally everything that's on that mountain on a daily basis? I feel as though I've learned anew just how dangerous it is to leave the shelter of a town. Well, as long as you understand that, I suppose that's all that matters. Yep, no one got hurt, and she gets what she did, which was wrong. You really helped me out here by finding her. Here, take this little something from me. Effort. I got effort. Sure as can be. Yeah, something that special anyway. What do you mean? It's a rare quartz. In that case, I feel as though I should give you some kind of reward as well. I wouldn't be much of a noble if I didn't repay someone for their kindness. And prankster. Thanks? Thank you again for saving my life. I may have been careless this time, but next time I'll be sure to be fully prepared for the possibility of being attacked by the fish I catch. She didn't learn a damn thing, did she? Oh boy. Looks like it'll take more than a brush with death to get her to give up her dangerous fishing excursions. What do these do, I wonder? Let me just unequip everybody because I don't know how stuff is gonna go in terms of party composition. Yeah, like I have no idea, so I'll just equip on everybody except for Lisa because Lisa's good. Let's see. So we have effort, which gives a 70% chance to make a superb dish while cooking, and oh, lame. I mean, it gives me Tealas and Curia, which is nice, but and you lucky son of a gun with that. Alright, so I think that's all we need to do for today. We don't really do any prep work right now for our future stuff, so let's just end the day. I've still got some time left before the meeting starts. Maybe I should go get some rest? Choosing to rest will cause the main story to advance, and the unseen bonding events will no longer be available. Eventually, the clock struck 12. One by one, Class 7 made their way to the Phoenix Wings cafeteria. And once they had all gathered, they jumped right into discussing what they were going to do from that point on forward.
Oh, you went up a rank.
Heck yeah.
Here's a little something from the guild.
Invigorate, heck yeah.
Nice work.
Oh, that's the end of the chapter.
You should
Yes!
be proud of yourself.
Finally, an S rank! But that's also the end of the chapter. Oh, I didn't think that would happen.
I thought long and hard about it, and I think we as a class need to find a third way. A path of our own, separate from the ones the reformist and noble factions are taking.
A third way, you say? I do agree. It wouldn't feel quite right for us to directly support either side.
True. We might be military academy students, but we're still students.
Involving ourselves in a civil war isn't something we should take lightly. We might have a divine knight on our side, but we're still going to need to be very careful how we proceed.
Whatever we do, Valimar will certainly be at the center.
No doubt. We've all seen how powerful the Divine Knights are. If we use them right, we can intervene in the war as much as we want.
They're quite literally beings of legend. However, his potential influence on the war is all the more reason why he will need to be used cautiously.
What are we gonna do then? Even if we agree on not siding with either of the factions, I'm pretty sure each of us have different stuff we want to do. And different things that we have to do too.
Yeah, that's true. For my part, I need to rescue Elise and Princess Alphen from the Noble Alliance's clutches. Whether it's alone or with you guys, it's something I'll do.
There's no way you'll be alone for that. We're with you all the way. I'm concerned about Dad too, what with them having him under arrest.
I still can't get in contact with Fiona either. I'm glad I was able to see Dad, but I'm worried about her.
For me, I'm worried about Ruhr as a whole. It's a huge relief to see you're all right, Sharon, but Mother's still unaccounted for.
I'm sorry I can't do more to comfort you, my lady.
And I have no idea where Father's been for the past month. I'm certain he must be well, but all the same.
We're all worried about our families, I see. Hopefully, we can find some information on all of them before the fighting gets any more fierce.
I'm certainly not worried about the safety of mine. Although, suffice it to say, if we choose to intervene in the war, conflict with them is all but inevitable.
That goes for Zeno and Leo too. They've been hired by the Noble Alliance, so I'd say it's likely we'll run into them in the future. Plus,
Emma and I still need to talk to Vita to see what exactly she's trying to do. To figure out what's so important to her that she was willing to break a taboo to do it.
That's true.
Whatever you decide to do, you'll have my full support. Just as the warriors of Nord did 250 years ago, I'm determined to fight to protect my second homeland, and those who live within it.
Oh, same! We can do this! I can back him up, right, Claire?
How could I say no? I have my own duties to take care of as part of the Railway Military Police, but I fully intend to support all of you with everything I have.
I'm thinking it's about time I return to helping the guild, actually. But I'll still be in touch with Sarah, so I'm sure I can lend a hand or two anytime you need it.
Naturally, I'd be overjoyed to continue serving as your dormitory's caretaker.
I'm your instructor, so you're stuck with me to the very end. Whatever, you're going to need to decide on a more specific course of action, though. Resolving to find a third way is a start, but only a start. It also leaves plenty of questions that need to be answered on top of it all.
Well, then how about this? Let's figure out right now whether or not we want to keep using Ymir as our base of operations.
Just so we're clear on this, there's a limit to how many people can use the spirit path at any one time. And with as many people as we have now, I'm not sure how useful it's going to be at this point.
And we're limited on how frequently we can use it.
Oh, right. But we're also just as limited on where we can go otherwise. We haven't exactly been the most subtle group around. Who's to say we could even operate elsewhere?
An astute point. The Noble Alliance will no doubt be even more wary of us than before.
Why don't we just, like, raid Thor's and secretly operate out of there?
In the end, no matter what we decide, we lose.
Indeed. Yet we're short on time, so a decision must be made now.
There's gotta be some other city that we could use. This country's huge.
There's gotta be something that only we can do.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but I know it exists. And I'm sure that we'll find it. The best thing we can do now is keep talking things out until we find a way. There's no point in rushing into a decision.
Well, doesn't this look fun?
Oh no.
Mind if I join in?
What in the world?
It couldn't be.
Vita?
It's lovely to see you again, Emma. You were finally able to reunite with all of your classmates. I'm happy for you. Really, I am. The goddess was on your side after all,
Cut the crap, Vita. Have you been listening in all this time?
Where are you? I'm not far at all. Listen closely now.
That sounds just like...
Is that...
It's coming from above us!
Oh, they invaded Ymir again? Oh my god, look how huge Pantagruel is.
Isn't that the Noble Alliance Force's flagship?
What's the Pantagruel doing here?
Damn it! I didn't think she'd tell the rest of their army where we were.
But why now?
Why? Because our preparations are finally complete.
Can we not blow up Ymir again, please?
Vita!
Vita, you're here. Yes, I am here, in the flesh. Good day to you all, Class 7. As nice as it would be to finally give you a hug, Emma, I wouldn't want to keep our guest of honor waiting any longer. So, without further ado...
Oh!
It can't be. Isn't that...
The Azure Knight. Crow.
Or Dean, the Azure Knight.
Long time no see, guys. Sorry for dropping in on you like this, but I'm sure you know the drill by now. You ready to have some fun?
Is that really you, Crow?
There's no doubt about it.
Wait, are we gonna fight? I really hope not. I unequipped everybody.
See, you damn terrorist.
Come on!
Right. Heed my call! Valimar!
Acknowledged.
I'm not gonna lose this time, because at the end of the day, he's just an obstacle that needs to be overcome.
So lend me your power, Valimar!
Very well. Use my power as you see fit.
You've really taken to piloting since your last encounter, haven't you? I was hoping you would, and you didn't let me down. You boys have so much potential. But potential is only that. Potential. And you, Rean, might want to reevaluate just how many obstacles need overcoming.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
This is bad.
Aren't those the Alliance's allies?
Long time no see, kiddos. You doing all right, Fee?
I see the purple lightning has joined your ranks.
Zeno. We...
Zephyr!
And a few members of Ouroboros, too. Guess all the big guys wanted a piece of us today.
And look, Sammy's here too!
Kindly stop referring to Clown Soleus with that bizarre nickname.
Ha ha! Ah, it's such a pleasure to visit this wintry wonderland once again.
Is it bad that I enjoy having Is it bad that I enjoy the Ouroboros members more than the gang the Jaeger Corps?
Oh, it's a pleasure, all right. The time for my long-awaited revenge has finally come. Now you shall pay!
I love all three of them.
It's only been 2 days since you first fought them, you know.
This could pose a problem. Why send so many powerful allies here? And all at once?
You've proven to be rather formidable adversaries after all. It wouldn't do to underestimate you.
Jubilee's adorable. She's a dork. Rufus! You fuck.
Rufus! I'm pleased to see you all again, ladies and gentlemen of Class 7.
Zeno and Leo are kind of ed by this point. Yeah, like their first encounter was really cool, and then after that...
As for you, dear,
They get better as the game progresses.
I was
Heck yeah.
told that you'd run away from home. It does my heart good to see you safe and sound. So, you've finally gathered up the will to make the difficult choices life set at your feet, I presume. Even if those choices place you in my line of fire.
But why, Rufus? Why did you need to be evil? I know your name is canonically an evil name, but still, why?
Yes, I have.
He's shown up too.
The Noble Alliance is pulling out all the stops to finally get rid of us.
Machias, please. Now's not the time for your hate voter for nobles. I mean, it is smart to just overwhelm
Reed,
them.
we'll take care of everything here. You and Valimar have your own battle to fight.
Are you sure?
We're in for a real brawl out here, but a guy couldn't ask for better opponents.
Leave the battle on the ground to us.
We've no intention of backing down without a fight.
Wait, Sharon! You know they're all strong, but still.
Well, what do you say we get started?
Here it comes!
I'm impressed. You managed to hold your own better than I expected you to. It's only been a month or so, but you've really grown as an Awakener, Rean.
Well, it's hard to go through the kinds of things I have without growing from the experience.
Now this is a shot.
And now that I've done all that, I'm going to be the one who takes you down.
No, you're not. I said you could hold your own, not that you could win. Remember, there's still a 3-year gap's worth of experience between us.
Townspeople must be freaking out right now, you know? Yeah, a giant airship shows up, freaking people start warping in all over the place, like Noble Alliance people, a dude with purple and green hair, and then a giant robot happens, and another giant robot happens, and yeah, you know... The sad thing too, actually, Takada, you bring up a really good point. There's children in this town. They're just seeing all this crap take place. But at this point, they could also be weirdly used to it because of the first attack.
And it's time you realize just how much of an impact that gap has.
That's enough, Crow!
Okay.
Do they really stand a chance?
Well, they're putting up a good fight so far, but yeah, it's not looking good. They're outnumbered for one thing.
Then it's time we lent them our aid.
Agreed. Weapons at the ready, guys.
Oh, we don't fight
Always
Rufus.
in a rush, aren't you? Stay right where you are. I'll serve as your opponent today.
You will?
Trying to stop us from joining in?
I'd rather our intrusion cause as little inconvenience as possible for the people of this village. I'll let you make the first move. It's been quite some time since I last instructed you in fencing, Eustace. I look forward to seeing how you've improved.
Wow.
His guard's perfect.
Stay alert. Rufus is a master of court fencing. We'll need to put all we have into this battle to even stand a chance against him.
I would have it no other way.
Aw, shit. Ah, shit. Oh, I need you for sure. I need you for sure. I need you and I guess you? Oh, I can have more people. Ah, shit. You too. No, let me go to the menu.
Show me what you're capable of.
Man, I literally unequipped everybody. Everyone is unequipped. Ah, shucks. Oh, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Self-imposed difficulty run. I didn't want to have this happen. Oh no. Oh, you have so much health too.
Very well.
I try not, like, I am using a guide, but I try not to look ahead that much.
Onward! I leave this to you.
Will do. Here I go!
You know, so as to, like, not really spoil myself for what's coming, or, like, you know, look at, like, future battles and stuff like that, so at least I'm still somewhat, like, you know...
I can do this.
You know, like, on par with everything that's about to take place. But, like, damn, if I... This is the one time I've been like, man, if I knew...
Oh, please. My turn.
But you mainly just want to S-craft spam. Chrome crashed again! Hang on.
Hope you're ready.
You okay, Chrome? Crashing on my freaking tablet.
Very well.
I won't lose. Sorry, would you mind?
Understood.
Oh, Lord, no.
leg.
Sorry, everyone. My turn.
Yeah, I mean it's an unwinnable battle, so I
leave
mean
this
you
to
know,
you.
take your pick on that one. Literally has nothing.
Here goes.
Overdrive!
Eliminating targets. Got it.
You mine! Right.
My turn. Got it.
You mine!
I mean, yeah, it's an unwinnable battle for sure. Given that he has so much HP. You can tell at least, which is good. But to get the extra AP, you need to have gotten him down to at least half health, which I don't think I did.
Well, I won't deny that was an entertaining diversion. But you'd do well to intensify your training regimen if you hope to best me.
How is he so strong?
He didn't stand a chance.
He might even be stronger than Sarah.
Are you guys okay? Hey, you really think you've got time to be worrying about them?
You ain't getting out of this one, Green.
Oh.
All right.
Oh,
bring
it's
it
decisive
on.
collision time.
It's time to settle this, Crow.
Bring it on!
This'll be a tough one.
You're wasting your time! Think you can handle this? You're wasting your time!
Okay, well, I mean...
Hope you're ready!
Okay, well, I mean...
This is bad.
Okay, I mean...
Darkness, clean!
Hang in there!
Settled enough for you?
Didn't even bother to use that trump card of yours.
He wasn't even trying last time, then was he?
Come on. With the way you are now, I don't even need to try. I'll always win. And that Reen perfectly illustrates just how massive the gulf between us is. Maybe you think you've had it tough up till now, but you're gonna need to go through a hell of a lot more if you want to even the odds.
I see the battle here has come to an end.
Oh, hey, Via.
I can't help but feel a little bummed that everything went exactly as I thought it would. Still, it just goes to show how much faith I have in your skills, my sweet Azure Chevalier.
Funny, I don't recall ever becoming yours. How's everything up top?
I think it's only a matter of time before the battle is decided. But we've caused enough trouble for the people of Ymir already. It's about time we brought this to a close. Finestrum Phantasma. Window.
My apologies for not coming down to speak with you in person, ladies and gentlemen of Thor's Military Academy. You know who I am, of course, but I am Duke Cayenne, ruler of the Lemare province and supreme leader of the Noble Alliance.
Duke Cayenne?
So even the big guy himself is here.
I must say, what a curious group we have here. I'd heard as much, but allow me to extend my most heartfelt congratulations. My expectations have thoroughly been exceeded. When I saw young Eustace and Laura in Legram earlier this year, I could never have imagined this is how we would next meet. Oh, I'm sure your parents must have warned you against wandering off with such disreputable individuals on a number of occasions.
There's a floating head in the sky. Mom, there's a floating head in the sky. Are you know what, Tim? You know what, buddy? Just get away from the window. we're just gonna hide in the basement now.
But I suppose every child thinks that they alone know what is best for themselves. Duke Alberea was simply livid about what happened. But it can't hurt to learn more about the outside world, hmm?
Every boy that leaves his mouth is condescending.
Did you come all the way here just to tell us that?
Don't be silly, child. Reen Schwarzer. I had this meeting arranged because I wanted to speak with you. Perhaps the method was a touch too garish for something so simple, but do forgive me for not formally requesting an audience.
Too garish? Really? What made you think was a touch too garish? The giant robot, the giant ship, half of Ouroboros, a Jaeger Corps, and a giant talking head in the sky. What part of it was too garish, my good sir?
With me?
With you. Allow me to get right to the point. I wish to invite you, Ashen Chevalier, aboard our flagship.
Really? Hang on, really?
Wait, why?
I've heard all about your magnificent exploits across the land, and so I thought it would be nice to sit down and have a long, pleasant chat with you about the past, the present, as well as your future.
Are you suggesting...
You want Reen to join the Noble Alliance?
Should you accept my invitation, we will withdraw peacefully from Ymir. Furthermore, I give you my personal assurance that we will leave this village alone for the duration of this war. A fine proposition, is it not? Are we interested?
Very well. Allow me to accept your invitation.
Don't be an idiot. This is clearly a trap. They wouldn't come all the way out here and take you into their flagship if it weren't.
I appreciate your concern. A trap or not, this might be a good chance for us, too. I think I'd regret it if I let it pass. Balamar, transport Celine back outside.
Are you certain?
Now hold it right there.
Don't worry about me. The odds were against all of us getting back together, but we did it. And I'm sure we can do it again, too. So just wait with Emma for now. I'll be back before you know it. Balamar, if you would.
Very well.
Wait!
We're really taking some numbers from Sky SC, aren't we now?
It seems the time has come for us to part ways once again. But remember this. You're an Alberea. There is power and dignity in that name, to whatever end you would use it.
Screw you, Rufus.
I want you to prove that the convictions you cling to are worthy of your loyalty. Not for my benefit, but for yours.
Yeah, but believe it or not, Colsey will do it a bit better. I sure hope so. Because Duke Kaya asked literally the exact same question.
Wait!
Lord Rufus!
Whoa.
Well met, Lord Schwarzer. It's a pleasure to see you again. Allow me to extend my apologies for the harm my father visited upon this town and its people.
Never mind that. What do you intend to do with my son? And what is a promising young man like yourself?
We're simply going to borrow young Reen for a short while. There's nothing to worry about. I'm a busy man these days, though, so for now, I bid you adieu.
Damn you, Rufus! And we lost Reen again!
Reen! They all finally got back together, too. Why?
Sorry, but I'll be back, I promise. So stay safe.
Master Reen!
Although it's an interesting correlate because this time it was out of his own volition as opposed to last time where it wasn't his choice. The voice acting is so good. Yeah, man. Exceed killed it. Act 1, Action Chronicles End. Oh, well, shit. I didn't think I'd be ending Act 1 today. Well, let's keep going. Noble Alliance Forces flagship, aerial battleship Pantagruel.
So this is what Duke Cayenne looks like from up close. It's hard to believe that I've ended up in the same room as the leader of the Noble Alliance. Although, I guess we did meet back in Legram before the war broke out.
Reen Schwarzer. Truth be told, we don't want this war to drag on any more than you do.
Oh, really believable. Really believable.
Really?
We only acted as we did, due in part to our dearly departed Chancellor's behavior being far too unreasonable to justify turning a blind eye. He garnered the trust of His Majesty, and in turn misused that trust. He flagrantly disregarded this nation's beloved culture and traditions, treating Erebonia as if it were his own personal property. Surely you too noticed this.
Well, I can't say I disagree. We did hear story after story during our field studies about how aggressive his policies were, about the way he didn't care how many enemies he made as a result, creating terrorist groups like the Imperial Liberation Front.
But as I said, the cause of our nation's ills is now gone. Now, all that remains is to turn back the hands of time just a touch, and the good old days of the Empire will be upon us once more. The key to this bright future lies in putting aside our differences and joining hands. Am I wrong?
I'm afraid that yes, you are. Do you honestly believe that people can so easily put aside their differences after all the Alliance has done? You occupied Heimdall and effectively took every one of its citizens hostage, imprisoned the Imperial family. And let's not forget how you're now in league with the enemy nation responsible for the destruction of Gorelia Fortress. After all that, the Imperial army would never bow their heads to the likes of you, even if the rest of the population did.
My word, I'm afraid there's been a terrible misunderstanding. The Imperial family is simply under our loving protection. They certainly haven't been imprisoned. But that does bring me to exactly why I want you to help us.
It does?
The Azure Knight is already on our side. But if we had your Ashen Knight as well, that would mean we'd have two of the great knights of Erebonian legend to put into play. Couple them with our Panzer Soldats, and the Imperial Army's armored divisions would cower before us. You may not find us winning the war ideal, but this union benefits everyone more than carrying on until our inevitable victory,
I don't think it's that simple.
I beg to differ. The presence of Soldats units on a battlefield makes a tremendous difference. What they may lack in firepower and armor compared to tanks, they make up for in mobility and versatility.
Well, yeah, they're not wrong. I mean, imagine you just, like, you know, in a town and then, like, 3 of these soldats show up. Yeah, you're probably going to agree with whatever they have to say.
But more important than even those factors is the psychological impact they have on our opponents.
Right, exactly.
Well,
I mean, look at the size of them.
We're only human. As such, we are as captivated as we are terrified of giant beings bearing human form. And if that holds true even for mass-produced soldats made with modern technology, it will be all the more true for the divine knights of legend you and Crow possess.
Can't argue with that logic.
I will say it once more. Gileath Osborne is dead, and with his death, all that's left to be done is end this ridiculous war and return order to the Empire. Only then will everything be as it should. That includes both your pleasant academy life and the peaceful days of darling Elise and her friend the princess.
Are you trying to?
Whatever you ultimately decide, their safety is guaranteed. I would ask that you promise him this, if nothing else, Your Grace.
But of course, I'm not a monster.
Rufus.
We may stand on opposite sides of this conflict, but I still sit on Thor's board of directors, and in that capacity, I suggest you consider carefully the choice before you. After all, every soldier must decide for himself whether a cause is worth fighting, perhaps even dying for. I look forward to hearing your answer.
Please come with us, Master Reen. We will escort you to your guest room. Food and refreshments will be provided for you there. Intermission aboard the Pantagruel. Oh, an intermission chapter, huh? Well, allow me to update the title then. Monday. Hey, that's today. Look at the style of this place. It's like a BioShock area.
All that's left to be done is end this ridiculous war and return order to the Empire. Only then will everything be as it should. That includes both your pleasant academy life and the peaceful days of darling Elise and her friend the princess.
I suggest you consider carefully the choice before you. After all, every soldier must decide for himself whether a cause is worth fighting, perhaps even dying for. I look forward to hearing your answer.
It's hard to argue that this war began because the noble faction went too far. But the longer it goes on, the more people are going to suffer. Am I really okay with that? If I join them, I could reduce the number of victims, be friends with Crow again, free Elise and Princess Elfin. No, this isn't that simple. Think, Rain, think! I was able to reunite with the others, but Elise and Princess Elfin are still in the Alliance's custody. What's the best thing I can do? This isn't just about me. What do all of us want to do?
Keep racking your brain like that and smoke will start coming out of your ears.
What do you want?
Hey now, no need to give me that look. I figured I was gonna find you busy thinking everything over like your life depended on it. And what do you know? I was right.
How about you mind your own damn business? And don't you have better things to do with your time? I figured the glorious Azure Chevalier would be far too busy with the war to be hanging out around here.
It's tough being popular. If you joined us, I could get away with doing half the work I am now. So come on, stop freaking out about it so much and make a choice.
This isn't something I can just decide by flipping a coin, Crow!
I had to take a very quick emergency, not emergency BRB, but I just need to take a BRB basically. Alrighty, so I have some news. I will need to be ending the stream a bit early tonight. Something's come up with my work, and they need an emergency change / developers, and so me being one of the ones around, I have to go help out. So once I get control of Rain, we will need to unfortunately end the stream tonight a lot earlier than I would have liked, but also not the worst stopping place in the world as it is the start of the intermission. Again, I do apologize for that, but you know, life happens when you have, you know, a full-time job and all. But without further ado, let's keep going, and then we'll end the stream tonight, shall we?
Besides, it'd probably be an easier choice if not for a certain someone. What's that in your hand, anyway?
Grub, of course. Kinda early, but I brought you your lunch. Mind if I join you?
Burger fries.
Hamburgers, fries, and onion rings, huh? I was expecting something more fancy like I had last night.
Oh, that kind of food more your thing? Okay then, give me a minute while I go ask the chef to whip something up.
No, this is fine. The burger looks delicious.
Cool. All right, dig in.
This is the most awkward conversation.
This tastes kinda different from a normal burger. Oh, no wonder. It's got whitefish in it.
Yeah, they're called fish burgers. Pretty good, right?
Yeah. The tartar sauce makes for an unusual extra flavoring, too. Oh. This tastes amazing. I like this way more than the food I had last night, to be honest.
Well, glad to hear. Guess it was worth putting my cooking skills to the test after all.
Wait, you made this?
Was my first time cooking in a while, too. Sharon could probably do better, though. But I wanted to give it a shot anyway. This stuff was like soul food back in Jirai, where I grew up.
Oh.
To think, all the time we spent searching for the leader of the Imperial Liberation Front, and he was right under our noses.
I'm just gonna jump the gun with this and offer my opinion. This conversation between Crow and Reen, yeah, this is good shit.
Crow Armbrust from the Jirai SEZ.
I'm really digging the way they're doing this.
Oh, yeah. Vita was using some weird thing of hers to let you see what was going on, wasn't she? So I guess you saw what happened there.
Yeah. Jirai was that special economic zone in the Northwest you guys went to during our August field study, too.
We didn't run anything like that during the Jirai Special Economic Zone. Though I guess that makes sense, seeing as it's under direct control of the Imperial government and not a noble. I seem to recall that it was annexed 8 years ago, is that right? Yeah, the Empire stitched it on nice and neat without much opposition. Now it's proposing as a special economic zone on the coast. Seemed like a pretty lively place.
So you ended up going back to your old hometown then?
Yeah, by pure coincidence. It's changed a lot since I was last there, so it was kind of surreal being back again. But it was nostalgic in its own way, too.
It's been bugging me for a long time now. What could have made you want to join a group of terrorists like the Imperial Liberation Front? What was it that made you hate Chancellor Osborne that much? Enough to take his life?
Are we getting backstory now? Oh no.
Tell me, Crow. Please. I want to know what it was that made you who you are now.
I mean, oh yes, I do want backstory, but today's an awkward day.
What kind of place Jirai was, how you lived there, and what you were doing before you entered the academy and met Toa, Angelica, and George.
Where's the fun in prying into a guy's past? Save all that talk for your number one in class. Who's the lucky girl anyway? Elisa? Laura? Emma? Fee? And don't tell me it's Milliam, because, you know,
I'm serious, Crow. I really want to know. Think of telling me your past as paying off the interest you owe in that 50 Mira. Because until I know, until we know, we won't be able to move forward.
You're really serious.
Crow?
My past really isn't that big of a deal, you know. It's got nothing on yours, that's for sure. If you find yourself thinking that's all when I'm done, well, I warned you.
Esto? Why is this almost one for one like Sky?
So, you really want to know?
Yeah. Nothing you say will change my mind. Please, tell me.
I don't hate it.
All right, you win. Like I said, it's just your run-of-the-mill sob story. Pick up any history textbook and you'll probably find a dozen others just like it.
Cinematic parallels, oh, I'm sure.
It's the kind of story that's so common no one bothers to remember it, like it never even happened.
It's so similar. It's so similar. Hack writing? Well, I don't think I'd ever go that far.
Back in those days, Jirai was known as Jirai City. It was a city-state off the coast of northwest Ymir that prospered through maritime trade with West Erebonia, Northumbria, and Remiferia. It had a population of around 150,000 people, so it wasn't exactly a big place or anything. Because of that, the surrounding nations left it alone and let us live out our days in peace. We were pretty fortunate, all things considered, until about 20 years ago. That was when the Northumbrian disaster struck, and much of the Principality of Northumbria was turned to salt.
Oh!
And as a result, trade on the northwest shore was reduced to virtually nothing.
Oh, that's where Jirai is. Oh, shit. Well.
Day after day, Jirai's prosperity started to fade away. Still, it wasn't all bad. We had our fishing, our historic landmarks, our septium mines. We could make use of those to get trade going again, both to keep our state running and to help out Northumbria.
Oh, the Northumbria disaster. Yeah, Jirai is its own thing, but this took place around then, right?
In fact, the one who advocated that approach was the mayor, my grandfather. He was the last mayor Jirai City ever had. He was a stubborn old bastard, but he had this wry sense of humor, and was well loved by everyone. I lost my mom and dad early, so he was also my only living relative. He taught me just about everything a guy could know.
I really didn't think information from Sky the Third would show up here.
He was like a mom, dad, and your old master rolled into one, I guess. Anyway, fast forward to 10 years ago. Out of nowhere, we received this proposal from the Erebonian government. They said they wanted to extend a railway line from Heimdall all the way to Jirai. We relied on the sea for trade before, but there wasn't any reason to believe we couldn't benefit from being connected to Heimdall by rail. The proposal drew overwhelming support from the city's council, and as a result, my grandfather was forced to accept.
Genuinely, Sky the Third places itself really, really high because of how it connects itself, how it finishes off stuff from Sky 1 and 2, as well as connects itself to the entire rest of the series. This is information, some stuff that we learned in Sky the Third, and we're in the second game of Cold Steel. Like, holy fuck.
Within a year, the city had all of its old life back and then some. The streets were more bustling than ever. But keep in mind, this was a result of huge amounts of imperial capital flowing into the city. Land and buildings we once treasured were bought up left and right. Everything became a target for investment. People only cared about making money. Something similar supposedly happened in Crossbell too, but unlike there, no opposition existed in Jirai. My grandfather sensed something was off, and he tried what he could to get the situation under control. Then one day, someone blew up the railway line leading to Jirai. Everyone demanded that it be repaired as quickly as possible. Everyone except the imperial government. Instead, they panned our national security arrangements for being insufficient and threatened to withdraw all imperial capital. The city was left in an uproar like we'd never seen. Shares plummeted, and with no one able to ascertain the culprit's identity, chaos reigned. That was when he showed up. Chancellor Gileath Osborne, in his third year as representative of the imperial government, personally came to Jirai. We then received a second proposal.
The restoration of the railway and its future security will be seen to by the Imperial Army. In return for our continued assistance and safekeeping, Jirai will come under the wing of our glorious empire and attain even greater prosperity as a special economic zone.
The timing was too good to be true, really. Realizing this, my grandfather staunchly opposed the idea. He tried everything he could to convince the city's council to reject the offer. Unfortunately, once you taste the sweet fruit of prosperity, it's hard to want to go back. The council, made up of influential merchants and all their greed, jumped at the offer. And tempted by the elimination of customs, together with the tax breaks from being an SEZ, many of the citizens did too.
Just like Olivia described it, yeah.
And during all that, they'd conveniently found a suspect behind the railway incident, my grandfather. He loved Jirai more than anyone, and up till then, its people loved him too. And yet, virtually overnight, he found himself facing the wrath of both the city's council and the citizens alike. Left with no choice, he resigned from his position as mayor, and Jirai formally became part of the Empire. Both of these things happened on the same exact day. That was 8 years ago. Naturally, everyone knew my grandfather wasn't the one who did it. They knew who was really responsible. They just turned a blind eye to the truth. See? I warned you. Just your run-of-the-mill sob story.
I don't know what to say, Crow. What happened to him after that? Your grandfather.
One day, he just up and died. Once he resigned, the whole affair with the railway getting blown up was all but forgotten. He lived comfortably in retirement for about half a year, fell ill, and that was that. He just lost the will to go on, I guess. Like I said, he was the only family I had. I mean, I had plenty of friends even then, but I chose to leave it all behind. I was 13 at the time. I wandered the land, doing whatever I had to get by. That was when I met old Cayenne, who happily indulged my hatred for the Chancellor. And with his financial backing, I went out with the goal to find others who were just like me. That was the beginning of the Imperial Liberation Front. Gideon, Scarlet, and Vulcan were among those I recruited. I'd also met Vita then. I only knew her as the woman who would often come to see Cayenne. She guided me to a place below the city of Ortis, and there slept the Azure Knight Ordine. One after another, I overcame the same trials you did with your friends, but alone. And once I'd proven myself worthy, Ordine accepted me as his awakener. That was 3 years ago. I was 16. My preparations complete, I concealed my background and enrolled in a military academy near the capital. Everything I did for the sole purpose of taking the Chancellor's head. Come on now, what's with the face? You look sadder about all this than I do.
Yeah, I guess.
I swear. I'm not trying to tell you the Chancellor was evil or anything.
What?
Still, there's no denying that he managed to outwit my grandfather. And he may have lost, but Pop's always loved a good gamble. It's thanks to him that I'm pretty good at chess, card games, that kind of stuff. I'd say it's fairly normal for a student to want to avenge his master's defeat, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Maybe.
At the end of the day, there's no denying this country has problems, and the Chancellor's methods were making them worse. I studied those problems, worked out how to use the situation to my advantage, and then won the game with an all-or-nothing gamble. But when you think of how peaceful Jirai is now, I'd say I've got a duty to clear up the mess left behind by my game too, So it's only when that's done that my game is truly over.
You know, Trails of Cold Steel really needs just an auto button so I don't do that.
I don't want whatever your decision is to be influenced by my past, okay? Like Rufus said, you need to think long and hard about what it is you're fighting for. For you, more than anyone else.
Yeah, but Crow.
Oh, yay. We're gonna use that a lot.
Anyway, I think I've stuck around here for long enough. You're gonna be treated as a visitor. Well, sort of. It's about time for the higher-ups to head back to Heimdall, so go ahead and pass the time however you want.
However I want? What else can I even do here?
There'll be no guards outside your room, so if you want to try and escape, be my guest. Just keep in mind that some members of Ouroboros and Zephyr are on board too. Not to mention me, Scarlet, and Vulcan. So if you're up for a gamble of your own, get ready to take all of us on.
Sounds fun.
And
oh yeah, one more thing. There's this real cute visitor in the guest of honor's room on the second floor. I think she'd perk right up if she saw you. So why not go pay her a visit? Just don't go making your girl jealous, okay?
I wonder who he means. He said she's in the guest of honor's room. Well, I can't waste much time here. I told everyone I'd definitely come back soon. Right now, I need to gather as much information as I can. I can make my choice after that. At least then, it'll be an informed one.
All right. Woo! That was a lot. That was a lot. I'm choked up from that. I'm not gonna lie. I'll speak more on this tomorrow. But here's all I'm gonna say. You can't hate Crow. He's so good. He's so cool. And damn, that whole thing, like, I can't blame him for anything. Yeah, you really can't blame him for anything. What? Oh. So, I'll talk more about it next time. Unfortunately, I do have to go again. Once again, sorry about having to cut the stream short today. All that fun stuff. We'll have a normal stream tomorrow, I hope. Crow raised the bar. The crowbar. Ha 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 ha. Catch y'all later.